Columbus, Arizona, weighs 239, and it's Pistol Pete. Sensational heavyweight out of Mexico, he weighs 223, El Medico.
Well, here we go. We got a good one for you. This is the famed, the medic, El Medico, going against Pistol Pete. This young fella in recent weeks has been just the talk of wrestling. Good reverse roll-up. He's got Pistol Pete. This could be it. Oh, Pete using his weight to kick free. I told you, this El Medico. You understand he's the son of the original El Medico, wrestled many, many years in Texas and in Mexico. This young fella is just a superb athlete. Look how he stands at the ready. Wears a very unusual and different type of a costume than his father did, but that's because that's the way this young fella is. El Medico. Fans love him. Now, Pete's saying that he pulled my trumpets. That's something that probably Pistol Pete would do, but El Medico, never. El Medico, fine wrestler out of Mexico City. Comes to the United States with a great winning record all across the various states of Mexico. And look at this, stands right at the ready. Superb athlete. Fans appreciate good wrestlers and good wrestling. El Medico is just that. Looking for a chance to win the America's Heavyweight Wrestling Championship. He said that's the main reason I came to the United States, to get the match for the title. I believe this man is in strong contention. Leg dive and hook. Now into a reversed armbar. Hooked. Pistol Pete. Now to get to his feet. Oh, taken down with a fine leg scoop. Oh, come on now. Pete says he used my hair. That's not true. Arm width and drag takedown. El Medico. Pistol Pete a little bit hot. Can't seem to get a hold on El Medico. And, you know, he's got a lot of weight advantage there. Pistol Pete coming in about 250. El Medico weighing in about 232 pounds. So there is at least 20, 30, maybe 40-pound weight advantage that Pete has. Cinched up. Pete trying to hook a figure four on him, but it's El Medico that's got the armbar on. Pete releasing his hold. Medico continuing to cinch up that armbar. Boy, we got this. Good caught. Dynamite Jack Evans and the Hood as a tag team. We got Chavo Guerrero and also Olasetti, South American champion in the main event. Into the mask goes Pistol Pete, and of course, we all saw that. Pete says, nope. Down by the arm. El Medico trying to get a chin. Oh, the referee distracted. Pete goes into the hood again. Pistol Pete. A lot of wars. Winning record is, of course, it's just so-so. Still is a rugged competitor. Good flying leg scissors takedown by El Medico. Referee says, I didn't see him pull any hair. All I saw him was using flying leg scissors. Mr. Pete's the unique glasses. Good takedown by El Medico. Medic. Over the years, as the wrestlers have used the term, name Medic. There's only one real original Medic. Wrestled for many years. This supposedly is his son. Continued on the wrestling skill and ability of his father. In fact, more so. technical ability and, of course, size. So much heavier wrestling. Head scissors by El Medico. Pistol Pete gets the break. Pistol Pete says he choked me with that scissors. I'm telling you, disqualified. Dugan says, nope, wasn't a choke, and I'm not disqualified. So wrestling. There's a boot to the middle by Pete and a club to the side of the face. Hammerlock. Trying for a hot trick. Make a reversal out of this and take him down. Got him in a variation of an abdominal stretch. He's dumped off by El Medico. Now El Medico comes to work with a variation of the surfboard. The question is into Pistol Pete. Submit. The history of masked wrestling, believe it or not, goes back to the year 1906 as far as professional wrestling goes, when the masked Marvel appeared on the scene, the very first wrestler to wear a mask in the ring. Since that time, wrestlers have worn masks for various reasons. Body slam by Pistol Pete. Kipped away by the medic. Arm drag takedown. And it's back to that arm bar. And reversed and key. Good move by the medic. You've had various masked men throughout the years. You've had Masked Marvel, the sensational destroyer, the known maskers, Mr. X, Dr. X. You name them, they've all worn masks, and they've all been very colorful. Mr. M is very, very well known. In fact, Mr. M was the first masked wrestler to win the World Heavyweight Wrestling title. Turned out later to be Dr. Bill Miller. He was unmasked by several years after he won it. In fact, it was like 12 years after he became Mr. M. And he was unmasked. He's good at wrestling trivia there, as far as the masked wrestlers go. All the way up until today, where we have wrestlers such as Marquez from Mexico, the Medic, so many other sensational wrestlers that wear masks. A lot of wrestlers from Mexico, of course, wear masks. Top wrist lock takedown by El Medico. El Santo, I shouldn't forget El Santo, one of the legendary wrestlers. El Santo was never unmasked, wore his mask all his life. Passed away a few years ago. Now his son continues on the tradition. Takedown by El Medico. Spreads, good leg dive. Pistol Pete keeps complaining. He says, he's using my trunks, he's using my hair. Good leg dive by El Medico, cinches it up to a figure four. Trying to go to work on the chin, but he's flailed out of there into the mask. You are watching great wrestling from the Olympic Auditorium in Los Angeles, California, the home of the world's best wrestling and the greatest wrestling stars come your way each and every time here on Great Wrestling from the Olympic. Both men stand at the ready. El Medico looks like he's in tremendous shape. Pistol Pete feeling the effects of that leg dive. There's a leg takedown. Steps over it. Oh! Sit out with the leg. Good way to tear some cartilage. Toe hold there by El Medico. Poking into the eyes of El Medico. There's a punch to the middle. Stops El Medico right in his tracks. Knee lift. Punch to the side of the head. Forearm smash by El Medico off the ropes. El Medico, arm whip, takedown. Drop kick that stops the big Pistol Pete man. There's a second one. Now it's El Medico, flying torquing leg scissors. There's a second one. Roll over, press, 1, 2. One away from a win for El Medico. An upset by Pistol Pete over El Medico would really be something. High back body drop. That's a big man to do that to. Coming off the ropes, there's that flying butt. Topped for 1, 2, 3. Your winner, El Medico, on our second event. Don't go away, more wrestling coming up.
59 seconds, scoring